It's really heartbreaking to see, especially when you know Finney from the first movie. He's this, kind of shy, sweet kid, and, he's kind of lost in this story.
I'm Lucia Agosta from Malditos Nerds Infobae. How are you guys?
Great,
So
how are
good.
you?
Thank you for having us.
I'm great, I'm doing great. So what it was like for you guys to pick up with these characters 4 years later?
It was fun.
It was definitely
fun,
an interesting challenge. I feel like it was honestly harder coming back than it was when we were so much younger and everything was so fresh and new.
It was much easier then because we were
Exactly.
basically making those
Exactly,
characters.
we were like creating them.
And
Right.
this time around, our characters, so much has happened.
Yeah,
with
kind of
Finney
had to
since
create
then,
like backstories and
yeah.
situations that they would have been through in that time frame,
Yeah.
especially remembering all the trauma that they went through in the past. for
Yeah,
sure.
I think Finney in this movie he's a very angry and confused and bottled up person, and I think you'll see that in just kind of the opening scene in this film. And it's really heartbreaking to see, especially when you know Finney from the first movie. He's this, kind of shy, sweet kid, and he's kind of lost in this story. And I feel like for me, Finney trying to find who he was and trying to bring back the innocence and just the kid who was there was probably the most important part, in just finding peace in what happened. And yeah.
Yeah, I do find that really interesting because, sometimes you don't get to see the psychological aspect of it after horror movies. Like, these people will need therapy, but you don't really see that. And here we do get to see the trauma that they both experienced after that.
These people need therapists.
They do need therapists.
Yeah.
They do. And in your case, I think that, Gwen has this really strong connection. I mean, she changes so much. She's so different now.
She's
What can you
so
tell me
different.
about that? Yeah.
What do I think about that?
Did
Yeah.
you say?
Yes.
I was really nervous going into the second movie, especially knowing a lot of the stuff that Gwen goes through. I felt a lot of pressure, especially with the fans. I didn't want to let anyone down, and I wanted to just give it my all and perform to my best of my abilities. But it was definitely a challenge to find her this time around because she has changed drastically
different
from
people.
Yeah, they're
different people,
honestly they
yeah.
are two completely different people. I feel like
If the names were changed, you
I
would
honestly
recognize
do
them.
feel like the
Yeah.
only things that they have that are similar to the first
Or
one
each other.
are each other. Her relationship with Finn and her defiance. I feel like
Yeah.
it's so important that she never lost that because I feel like if she didn't have that, she'd honestly have nothing.
It's kind of what makes Gwen Gwen.
I know, 1000%. See, I totally agree. And so I think it's important to find the aspects of her that didn't change and that she didn't totally lose herself dealing with the traumatic past and what makes her Gwen.
And you were also mentioning about, the whole aspect of siblings, which is something that doesn't change. They are still, the bond is so important, so real. So what can you tell me about the evolution between this bond between, the brothers? Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of sort of the same since the first movie. Is Finney kind of feels like he has to take care of her, but it's always kind of been her taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in this movie, he, after what happened to him, he kind of lost all feelings for anything else. He doesn't want to deal with what happened, so he drowns it out and tries to forget about it. And the only person he really truly has now is his family and Gwen, and that kind of thing of him trying not to deal with it but take care of her, but also kind of ruining himself at the same time. And Gwen can kind of see that and tries to pull him back or try to help him, but he's unsusceptible to it. So
I feel like it's really important to point out that Gwen and Finn, the only people they know are actually on their side and that they can always rely on and trust are each other.
Yeah.
That they are the core of the Black Phone movies.
Yes, I agree, and I love that about it. So thank you so much. It's always nice to see a really good horror movie. So
Thank you. Glad to hear.
Thank you.
Always good to hear.
Congratulations again, and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
in the next junket.